Hey everybody, I figured it's been a while since I made an update video on all of our John Deere garden tractors and the attachments. I think I made the last video about a year ago. Um, we've since bought and sold quite a few more tractors. We did have about 26 at one time, but now we're down to about 17, which is still too many, but I'm working on getting them sold. This is where we keep all of our attachments, back behind the shed and under this carport. Works out really nice. Keeps the grass from growing and keeps the attachments in good condition. But we've got our round fender blade and a 100 blade, the snow blower for the 420, a 37 snow blower, a 54 blade for the 420. It's just a two-way, 39 deck for a 110 or 210. This is a frame for a 65 110. I've got the rest of the parts inside. I bought it like that. 41 deck, a 39 mower deck, a 30 tiller that fits on a round fender, our big 46 or 7 inch deck that goes with our patio, another 41 mower deck. This is another 37 blower for a 110 or 210. And my little 43 blade that I put a hydraulic mount on that I just use for moving dirt or whatever. Got my 62 Cub Original that I took the engine out of and put my other one. Oh man, just a whole big pile of tires and rims and stuff, and a little one bottom plow. But I'll go ahead and show you most of the tractors. We have our 420 and our 400 up in our other little shed, but I won't go up there today. And I also got a new truck. It's a 2005 Silverado with 66,000 miles on it. Only thing I've done to it is a cold air intake, and I put a chrome exhaust tip, and I also put a thrush welded muffler on it. Oh, and I guess I put the toolbox on it too. But other than that, really don't want to do anything else to it. It's in amazing condition. It was kept inside in a garage until I got it. It was my great uncle's and then he passed away. But it's been a really good truck. I've had it since last September, and I've put about 11,000 miles on it. I've been driving it a lot. But anyway, back to the tractors. This is a 1972 112 with a 12 horse Kohler. We put a rear lift system on it. It's got headlights and taillights. We mainly just use it for the snow blower, so I just got it out today. It hadn't been ran in a while, but winter's coming up sooner than I'd like it to, so I probably need to get it ready and get it ready for blowing snow. This is a 66 110. Just picked this up about 2 months ago. It's all original, other than the engine's been rebuilt, and the engine is actually out of that 65 frame that I showed you. The guy owned both of them and had the 65 engine rebuilt and just put it in this, but it's in very good original condition. The transmission is super tight, and I've never driven a brand new one, but this one's probably about as close as it could get. The steering's really tight too. I did have to put a tube in one of the front tires, but that really wasn't a big deal. This is our 67 110 hydraulic lift that we've had for a little while. It mainly just sits. I get it out and run it once in a while, but everything works on it fine. The lift works good. It does leak a little bit, but this is our 77 300. I mow every week with it. It's got a really nice mower deck underneath it, and really all I do is just change oil and put gas in it. It's been a really good tractor. Haven't had to do much to it. This is my old 79 210. It's got bar tires and a big chain on it now. We just pull stuff around the yard with it. Since I got it going good a couple years ago, all I've had to do is change the oil and put gas in it. I haven't had to do anything else to it. And this is my 61 Cub Cadet Original. I have the engine out of the 62 in it because this didn't have an engine when I got it. But it's got the fenders on it, and it runs really well. I wouldn't say it drives really well. Sometimes the clutch sticks, but I just kind of wanted to have an original, so he'll probably be the only Cub Cadet I'll ever own if I can help it. This is a 73 140 H1. Runs really well. Got cast weights on it, and I did add these front hydraulic lines off another 140H1 that I had. I stole the lines off it before I sold it. Got the sleeve hitch on it. Really don't use it a whole lot. You know, we'll get it out and play with the dirt in it a little bit, but it mainly just sits. And we got our shed, a few other tractors, and we got all the parts in here. I've been trying to get this organized, which is kind of hard to find a spot for everything. Most of the stuff is primarily round fender. I'd say probably at least 80% of it is. Got a few other random things like 200 series helper springs and a hydraulic lift for a 112. And I do have a round fender sleeve hitch up there. Just need to get a lift for it. But this is our 75, no, it's a 76 210. It's got a 31 tiller, and it has the hydraulic lift option on it. We pretty much just use it for tilling. It is set up for a snow blower, so I probably will snow blow with it this winter, but I'm not sure yet. I do have a 49 snow blower for the 300 series, or like a 140 or whatever. Our 63 6-way blade, our Mighty Mac chipper for the 110 or 210, and a Brindley one bottom plow. This is 73 110 that we kind of been fixing up. We've had it for 3 or 4 years now. Just kind of held on to it because we put a lot of work and money into it because it was our first project, but it'll probably just stick around. And this is our 68 140 H3 side tag. It runs pretty well, but it smokes, and the transmission's just about shot. But it does run and drive good enough just to take to shows and mess around with. So I'll probably be selling it, but if I can't get what I want for it, then we'll probably just end up holding on to it. I know it doesn't have the original engine in it. The dipstick should come out the side, or the top, not the side. This is our 71 110 hydraulic lift, 8 horse. It has the 43 center blade and a 541 front PTO. We just kind of mess around with it in the dirt some, and I really need to take that off, that PTO, but it just stays on there for now. Still have our 69 112 patio. It doesn't get used a whole lot. I need to clean the gas tank out, but it does run. And this is our 1970 120. I just picked it up about a month ago. I've got the front end out from underneath it because it needed bushings really bad. But it runs very well, mainly because it has a short block in it. It was put in about 10 years ago. But it's in really good original condition. I scraped off some of the dirt, but you can see the reflection of my hand in the paint. It's very, very nice. The hood does have a couple little dings here in the corner, or soft spots mainly. But the headlight panel is perfect, and the seat's actually in really good condition. But once I get the front end back underneath it, might snow blow with it this winter, or who knows, I'm sure I'll find some use for it. These are all the parts off that 65 110 frame. I'm just going to part it out. I'm not going to try to put it back together because there's nothing really that special about it. Got the transmission for it over there and a couple other various parts. And the last one I'll show you is this 69 140 H3. Got it about a month ago, along with that 120 that came from the same person. When I got it, it had been sitting for a while, but once I got it started and running, it wouldn't charge the battery. And I found out that the stator was bad, so I've actually had the engine out of this one and put a stator in it out of one of my 10 horse Tecumsehs, because this takes a 10 amp stator, which you cannot buy brand new anymore, unless you want to spend $200 or $300 on a new old stock one. Really wasn't too hard to get apart. Somebody had been in there before because this used to have a mag style ignition on it, but when I got in there behind the flywheel, somebody had taken the mag completely out. So it really wasn't too bad. It only took about 2 days, and I worked about 2 hours each day, so it wasn't, I've done worse. But it starts and runs and drives just like it should. It's in really nice original condition. Somebody did repaint the hood, and it's slightly different color. You probably can't tell on camera, but it does have John Deere 3-point and the rear hydraulic kit on it. And this forklift is homemade. The guy who had it had a local welding shop make this, and he said it cost him a small fortune, but I think it's really well built. It looks like a factory deal. These forks come off, and you can move them left or right, and it's got little attachments like for a sleeve hitch, plow, or whatever you want to run on the back. But other than that, that's about it. Like I said, there's a 400 to 420 up top that I'm not going to walk up and show you because I don't want it to cut this video. But yeah, I'll probably make another update video in the winter time or something, just show how many we have. I'm trying to sell a couple. But yep, that's about it.